Oh my goodness, the way it's going crazy. It's going crazy. I'm here with Terrence.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we here, man.
Oh yeah.
The Florida basement. So, man, it's really going crazy right now. Like Orlando.
Orlando's soft.
They blocked off the highway.
They blocked off the highway, yeah, but I still say Orlando's soft. And the only reason why Orlando's soft is the problem is the travel. If, like, in all these places, LA, right? LA, New York, obviously Minneapolis, Minneapolis. All these places, they're places where, some things are walking distance.
Yeah.
In Orlando, because we're surrounded by swamps and everything, like, you're not going to get as heavy foot traffic. You only get heavy foot traffic in certain areas.
Right.
Now, here's the problem. The problem is what the cops did was wrong. And I even said it before. Like, the police chief made an announcement.
Tear gas in the damn highway?
Tear gas in the damn highway. Tear gas. And apparently it was only a few bottles. It was like 3 bottles that were thrown, and then they started tear gassing everybody. Not only that, the police chief did a photo op. With the protesters kneeling down, and guess what?
What?
They started throwing tear gas. Like, either it was, I've heard conflicting reports. It was like, as that was going on in another area where they were protesting, they were throwing tear gas while that photo op was taken. And then there's others where they say that 2 hours later, they were throwing tear gas. So anywhere between that photo op that they took kneeling down to 2 hours is where they were throwing tear gas.
Wow.
Like, it is so...
It's fucked up in the world right now, bro.
But can you really say it's fucked up? Well, yes. And
I mean, it's not... Yeah, hell yeah, it's fucked up. It's been fucked up.
You can say that. Because
shit.
it depends on what eyes you're looking in.
I think whatever eyes you're looking at in the world fucked up.
Yeah, the world is on a crazy fringe, man.
Not necessarily saying it's on a downhill spiral, but when people are rioting just because of social media, which is what I feel like it is, that's why I say it's fucked up.
But I don't think it's people rioting. I think apparently, did you know in New York City there was like stacks of bricks in certain places?
Yeah. Like
stacks of bricks. I don't think that's people. That's too organized. Mm-hmm. If you realize all the rioting the only thing that was organized were the protests, the peaceful protests. Everything else has been unorganized. I said it in my last episode. I said it. The only way, like Killer Mike said it best. Killer Mike said, you guys got to get 10 of your friends, you got to organize, you got to plan, and then you got to execute. You know what I mean? Now, the way he said it, he doesn't preach in violence, but he did say, like, yo, if you guys got to do it. If you guys don't like a certain prosecutor, vote him out. If you don't like a certain person, hold these people in power with air quotes, all these people with power that hold them accountable. And hold them accountable. Like, and once I leave here, like, I have Jelly Lips looking through some stuff so I could see, because it doesn't make any sense on how, like, perfect example, like the guy that kneeled, obviously he got charged, but he got fired that same day. Then 4 days later is when they arrested him. What about the 3 officers? Can you imagine if it was me, you, and 2 other people, right? Let's say I did it. Let's say I put someone's knee. I would get arrested right then and there, and then all y'all would get arrested right then and there as accessory. As a witness. Not a witness. As an accessory to murder. Yeah. That's what the charge is. So how are they now held accountable for accessory to murder if they did that?
Yeah. They didn't stop shit.
They didn't stop nothing.
And they're police.
That's why
they're here to protect and serve.
They're not.
And they're watching it. They're watching it happen. They're watching.
That has got to be the most bullshit slogan I've ever heard from an agency. We're here to protect and serve. You're serving, but you ain't you're serving your masters. You ain't serving the people, which is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, yo, those 4 college kids that got fucking tasered going home.
Bro, Jeremy, our coworker, by the way, his friend, man, got tear gas going home from work on a 408. He got out the car. He said, I'm just trying to get home. So the police protected him, right? But thing is, they said tell him to drive. You can't see. He's like, I can't see. So they just stayed around his car until his vision got right.
Well, that's good on those police officers.
I mean, it's good on the police officers, but how you, all right, say if somebody trying to drive through that. Now the police are making people drive dangerously without even thinking about that.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
But what I back on this, what I said, the social media. I believe everybody is doing it because social media, bro. Like
But I think the problem
it's organized for one because
yeah,
like you say, the bricks. I feel like,
and I don't think that's people. I don't think that's people.
I feel like the government, you know, they're just setting up ways to make more money. They're using this, you know, just stocks they invested in, cashing out or cashing in right now. I feel like it's a lot of that going on. I feel like that they just knew social media was going to be as powerful as it is. You know, it's just...
No, I don't think they knew social media was going to be as powerful as it is.
Why you didn't?
They didn't. No one knew what social media was going to be. Even the owners didn't know what social media could have become. You know what I mean?
That's when it's a group of people not standing up and saying what needs to be changed, when they're going out there and not saying, hey, we need to get this person out of the office, that this is the mission, or we need to change this law, this is the mission, or rewrite this law. Man, I just feel like social media is a big part of that.
You're right. Social media is a big part because you give everyone options to have an opinion. But the problem is, where I have my problems with social media is, if you're going to give someone an opinion, you got to have someone else that will be able to debate, conflict, or contradict that opinion. You know? Like, I don't like it because you're right. Social media, CNN, MSNBC, they put fear in people. They hyped up the whole situation. They did this. Social media, if you say something wrong, they ban you. You know what I mean? In YouTube, they literally said if it's not coming from like the CDC or one of those government agencies about coronavirus, if you're not one of those or a media outlet like CNN, you can't speak about COVID. Like, the whole system is wrong. It doesn't make sense. Like, how can you not have doctors who are in the front lines talking about what are they seeing and how they can combat this? They're taking them down. Videos like that.
Man, people just gotta have their own website. you can't really do nothing about that, huh?
True, you can't. But it's correct. Like, it's hard to beat these giants. It really is hard to beat these giants.
I think it's just a system, man, that has to be broken down with knowledge. You just can't be ignorant doing it. Like the way it's happening, there's no thought behind it. At least I have not seen thought behind it yet. Some people might be out there with some good posters, you know.
And what do you mean? What do you mean thought? What do you mean? Because
a group of educated people just sitting down and thinking of a plan. Like, one of my favorite revolutionaries, bro, Huey P. Newton. The way they just did business, bro. It just, since a child, it just always been so inspirational to me. And what he went to school for law. So he actually understood and created a plan that he wanted to change. When he got the media's attention and there was questions asked, you know, when he did certain interviews, he made sure that when answering the question, there was not another way to think of his answer or twist his words.
So it was so straightforward.
It was so straightforward, so specific. And if they tried to twist that, so you mean this? You're saying this? No, I did not say this. I'm specifically saying this. And say if they try to use a definition, you know, a certain definition, he'll say, well, my definition of that word is this. So if you're using it in that context, then I could agree or disagree with you.
Correct.
What is the context you're saying that is?
Correct.
It's something that he said to me, the brother, really, really, really sticked out. And I can say I strongly agree with this. He said, contradiction is the ruling principle of the universe.
Damn, that's deep. contradiction is the ruling principle of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But because you can't just have one right way. Mm-hmm. You have to have contradiction. It's the yin and yang effect. It's the karma. Positive and negative. It's basically, a nuclear atom. What does it have? A positive atom, a neutral atom, and a negative atom.
Mm-hmm.
Or molecule. I think it's molecule.
I wouldn't even know. I have to look it up. I have to look it up.
No, but it's facts.
But yeah.
No, but
I strongly agree with that.
I agree with that too. You have to have a negative to balance out a positive. Correct. I totally.
So with so much contradiction, it's just so hard to know.
I think you're absolutely right. But the problem is, the problem is that this is why I say, as an anarchist, I'm not saying I'm an anarchist, but if I'm looking at the lens of an anarchist, and I've been saying this, the only way to really change the system is essentially you gotta take it down and rebuild it back up. Or you gotta be able to take out certain things and put better things. Like, perfect example, a lot of these laws are so vague that even lawyers are having a tough time trying to, because it's lobbyists that are creating these laws. It's not these politicians. Like, it's lobbyists, taking these laws, and that's it. Like, you know how vague it is, laws that are coming forth now? They're not precise and concise, and that's not what our founding fathers wanted. Our founding fathers wanted, it has to be concise and be able to interpret it and how is it called? Interpreted and forced. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, intelligently. Like, that's the only way. Like, it's so hard. It's so difficult. It's so weird.
Contradiction is the ruling principle of the universe. That's why.
Yeah, and my thing is like, don't loot your own homes. Like, don't loot your own homes. Don't loot your own homes. Don't break windows or different businesses from your community. I don't think that's the right way to do it. Yes, will it make a splash? But the problem is making the wrong splash. If you really want to make a splash and you really want to really make a splash, and I'm not condoning it, but you got to start, like, if you're going to set fire to anything, set fire to the police stations. That's it. Like,
be specific.
Like, you guys this is what you want to do to us in our community. This is what we're going to do to you in your business, in your business, in your community. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
specificity. Like, that's what I like. That's what I think. I
agree, bro. I agree.
Like, I don't believe you should tear down a mom and pop store. Like, people's businesses are already going under because they shut down the economy. A lot of businesses
already struggling.
Some people that didn't have is still struggling from the 2008 financial crisis. You know what I'm saying? Students that are in debt, how are they supposed to pay their debts now? And that's government money. They're gonna want it back. That's what I mean, in a sense of like, if you guys really want to make change in a violent, in rioting or anything, riot against the people that you are being oppressed by. That is it. That's what I say. Like, you can't, and marches, signs, walking around. Here's the problem with America. If you guys are really about it, this has to go longer until things change. You want to know how the people could bring America to its knees?
How?
You want to know how people bring America to its knees? No one works. No one buys anything. No one works.
Right. Definitely.
And just protest. Here's the problem. We need food. We need water. Yeah. No one's willing to donate that.
No one's willing to have a well. No one's willing to have their plants, share gardens.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
each other, which you're able to do.
Which you're able to do, and you could be self-sufficient. I saw on YouTube this guy. He made a cabin. He owns like 400 acres, and he built his own cabin. He said, we lasted about 3 to 6 months without going to the grocery store.
Nice.
They were literally self-sufficient.
Nice.
Sorry for all the things in the background. Terrence is like doing a bunch of his business stuff.
My bad, y'all.
You good.
But You know what thing, bro? Like you just said. All right, let's zoom across the world real quick. Let's go to Dallas, Texas. Smith Downs Law Group. Bro, like you said, it's already a tough time.
Already a tough time.
Broke the windows, kicked down the door.
For
messed
what?
Messed up the office, bro.
For what?
You know one thing about that law group? It's black owned.
It's black owned. That's another thing. Like, why would you do that?
It's black owned.
So you're gonna oppress not only the people, but here's the problem. How do you know it's the people though? Because apparently there's been evidence, like the guy who was breaking down the Target.
Windows.
Apparently he was a cop. So like that's where it gets a little iffy. It's like, wait a minute,
who's really doing?
Who's really doing this? And that's what I think.
I'm sorry about this noise, y'all. I'm done.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's where it gets.
I didn't even think about that, bro.
Right? Who's really doing it? Is it really the people, or is it undercover officers?
Who's really putting that pressure? Who's really breaking
stuff?
You know what? Let's not be ignorant, man. It's us too. Because people not being leaders, bro.
But the thing is that it's us too. But the problem is who's the one that it's like who's the one that shot the first shot?
It don't matter, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
But in this world, it's not a matter who shot the first shot. It's who we caught after.
If you really care about your community, bro, you'll focus on doing wrong and right is right. We have too many followers. It don't matter who's popping it off. If it just stayed with them, it'll be so much easier to figure out who did it. But now we just all getting together. Yeah.
If I had residual income, I would have stayed in those network marketing firms for like those network marketing jobs or businesses or companies, and I had residual income coming in. Best believe I'd be the first one out there with a freaking bullhorn, be like, "What do we want?" Wah! And then I would actually try to have a conversation with them. To be honest, like I really would.
I would too.
Like,
I'll write me an argumentative essay, actually study so I can have an actual debate, prepare myself for questions that may be asked, and make sure the way I'm speaking is not getting confused.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of what I wanted to do the podcast, is because it's like I want to have conversations with random people. I want to have conversations with normal people. Correct, I'm not Joe Rogan. Correct, I'm not famous. I get that. But I want to have conversations with the normal people because, like, that's what matters, essentially, is us. If that makes any sense. I don't know what point I'm getting to, but
I feel you, man.
Dude, should we should I get some papers right now and just like roll up, or what? What you want to do, or not?
The way these police going right now, they put me over for anything.
True.
So we gonna stay legal, stay safe right now.
Yeah, I guess.
We definitely need to smoke out, man.
We gotta do one of these smoking, bro.
To do it.
Real.
Oh yes. Definitely, we got to.
But yeah, man. No, I really hope I hope you like that video, man, and just share it and whatnot. Oh, so what's coming? What's coming? I heard B2M's got some new product out.
Man, I can't even talk about it right now.
Oh my God! Always saying can't talk about it.
I can't.
Why not? Why you can't put? Want the suspense?
Let's spread some knowledge right now. Suspense? Oh man, somebody bought my domain name.
What?
Somebody bought my domain name, bro.
But wait, what do you mean? Like the internet domain name?
Yep.
No way.
Learn from my mistake. It's not really a mistake, though. I'm not worried about it. The reason I didn't buy it yet is because I'm not ready. You know, everything comes with time.
Yeah, and money. The internet domain
I could buy it.
That's why
if I really want it, I could buy it. So I'm not even going to worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's where I get afraid of a little bit.
Sucks. But
you need money for that. That's the thing. You need money for that. Man, but it's crazy.
We got bigger things to worry about than that.
I know, right? But like trying to get home.
Trying to get home. Trying to stay safe.
Did you get one of those? Curfew papers that we got?
Yeah, I did. I had to think about it. I put it in my car. You got one?
I took 4, bro, just in case. Just in case, man. Because it's just intense out here. It is intense. Like, yo, how, like, that's... I'll say it again. Yes, there are a lot of cops that are good. But when you have officers like Officer Michael Favorite in OPD, the guy who arrested me, no, he didn't arrest me, actually. He wasn't the guy that arrested me. He was the guy that slammed me through the ground and handcuffed my hands so tight that I had some nerve damage on my fingers for like I want to say 3 weeks.
This recent?
The recent one, yeah.
I didn't even know he messed you up like that.
Dog, yo, he slammed me through the ground. He took my hands, right? My window was down. He took my hands, grabbed my hands like this. He grabbed my hands like go put your hands like this. He literally grabbed my hands and then just like not guided me because that's what they wrote on the report. It wasn't a guide. Yeah. He literally grabbed me from the neck and slammed me to the ground. Yeah. Bro, I was like, what is going on here?
So let's talk about...
And then the report, I literally read the report and I was like, wait a minute, this is in the report? And I was saying like, no, this is incorrect. This is incorrect. They said they guided me to the ground. They slammed me to the ground. Yo, when we were in 33rd, when I was in 33rd, they were literally still looking at the video trying to figure out how they're going to write the report because they didn't even know. Not only that, when I was behind the cop car, one of the cop cars is like, so what's going to happen with these is like nothing. The most likely the case is going to get dismissed. Why the fuck arrest me then? You just wasted everyone's time. You beat my ass. You wasted everyone's time. You yelled at me because you're questioning me, trying to get me in trouble for some shit that has no bearing of what you guys were looking for in the first place. Like, come on.
Since we both got police brutality stories, let's talk about mine.
And I haven't really gotten into my police brutality story, but it's just...
No, for one, if you don't mind, tell them what you did for that result. So the people, the viewers could tell us in the comments if it makes sense why you got arrested or not.
So we were picking up, it was me and my girl, we were picking up a friend from work, right? Now, I'm not going to name the establishment. Right. Just can't really do that.
Yep, don't do
but
that.
It's next to an electronics store. Right? And we were there. I had my phone and I had both of my headphones on. I was in the driver's side and I was looking down. I was literally watching Dave Chappelle and DL Hughley's Def Comedy Jam anniversary. I was watching that.
Yeah.
She had the music blasting. The lights were on. She was smoking a cigarette. We had the windows down. Nothing. And I'm looking down, and then the cop comes, flashes a light. I jump up in the air like, yo, what is that? Yeah. He automatically pulls a gun on us.
First thing he did.
He didn't do nothing else. He automatically pulled a gun on us. Like, yo, and it's not like he came in and like knocked on the door or even said anything. Like, bro, we didn't see him. Like, obviously, I'm looking down like this. I'm looking down on my phone with my headphones on. She's smoking a cigarette like this, playing on her cell phone. Dude comes out of nowhere, doesn't like park next to us, doesn't go to the front to try. No, comes from behind. And just flashes a light in us. Like, yo, what are you, like, seriously? And we have the windows down. Anyways. Normal shit. Just waiting on a friend, right?
It's sad.
Pulls a gun on us.
Man, honestly, for police, I never tried to be colored and ignorant to the fact where I wanted to say, fuck the police. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
I never wanted to be around the police and feel nervous. I always tried not to feel nervous around police. I always try to look at police like, hey, man, I'm not going to stop you from doing your job,
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to tell you I'm going to go in order. And I remember the age for all of them to tell you how my mind shifted. 16 years old. I'm with my friend at a basketball court in my neighborhood, which is a gated community. The basketball court is gated inside the gated community.
So it's a gated basketball court inside a gated community.
Right.
Okay.
Police officer pulls up. I'm outside the gate of the basketball court.
Okay.
Police officer pulls up from outside and parks in the first parking space by the basketball court, which is probably about 25 feet from where I was sitting down.
Okay.
I got a funny feeling because he just looking, so I just stood up, and I just walked into the basketball court. He gets out the car. He walks over there to me. He said, "Did you just throw a gun in the bushes?"
What?
I said, right. I said, "No, sir." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Yes, sir. I didn't throw no gun in the bush." He said, "Stay right there." I stayed right there. I was compliant. He looked in the bushes, whatever. Then he searched me. Mind you, I'm 16. You're not supposed to search a 16-year-old without a parent's consent.
Yeah.
Or a warrant to search. You know what I'm saying?
No, not only that, he's not even supposed to address you without a parent consent. And if he wants to question you, like that was illegal right there, questioning you about did you throw that gun? That he's trying to coerce you into something. And that's the thing, that's part of police training, is they coerce people into entrapping themselves, and then they make it seem like no, he told us everything.
So then I let him search me. He said, yeah, there was a robbery at the gas station up the street at the Chevron. He said, "You matched the description." I said, "Wow." I went home, bro. I went home after that. I just went home. I felt completely uncomfortable to even be outside my own neighborhood in a gated community.
Wow, bro.
That happened to me before. I was probably like...
Bro, you're making me want to go freaking...
I was probably like 10 years old when it happened to me the first time.
Oh,
I was walking in a group. We probably all did have black and white shirts on. It was the east side of Tampa and Lucia, if you're familiar with the area.
Yeah.
So it is a high crime rate neighborhood. But we're kids, man. Like I said, I was probably like 10 years old right here. Police calls me, "Hey, come here." I'm looking at it. I said, "Me?" He said, "Yeah, come here." He asked me for my name. I told him, Terrence. He ran my name. He said, "Stay out of trouble." He also said I fit the description of something was going on.
Nah, son, that's a problem, because I saw a video of that. There was apparently a guy in his own house. The cop just pulls up, takes him out, and starts holding him and asking him, "Who are you? Where's your ID? Like, you, this and that. Walk with me to the car." Well, he's like, "No, why am I walking to you to your car?" "Oh, are you Quentin?" He gave him 3 different names.
Yep.
3 different names. He's like, "That's not my name. That's not my name. This is my house." First he was saying, "Oh, there's a warrant in Louisiana for you." And I was like, "But what's my name? I'm not from Louisiana. Never been from Louisiana." Right? Never been from Louisiana. And then he just kept going. And then he said, "Oh, we heard reports that your dog is stolen." "What are you talking about? This is my dog. He has a chip. I put a chip in his and then
What?
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. And he was trying to get him out of his property so that he could do the arrest and everything like that. He's like, "No, you ain't moving me." Like, yo, cops have way too much power. It's too much power.
I got arrested, right? Port St. Lucie. This is in Florida.
Oh, you fucked up.
I never went back again, bro. I never went back again. Why was I in Port St. Lucie? Let me think. I was in Port St. Lucie working. So, I'm not going to talk about the details of the arrest. I'm going to talk to you about the fucked up part, because I didn't do anything. I was compliant the whole time. Talked to the detective. Told her that I'm working. I went to sleep. You guys just woke me up. You just woke me up. I don't know anything you're talking about. So when I got out of jail on my bond was $22,000 or $23,000.
Jesus.
Smith Down Law Group got me out of jail. When I got out, bro, I didn't feel the need to pay for a public defender. I didn't feel the need to...
You don't pay for a public defender.
But you have to pay to have an appointment with him.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I was trying to move to Orlando to go to school, bro. I didn't feel like wasting no money, bro. I was working out of town because the job I had, when you go out of town, you get extra money and you get per diem. So I said, I'm doing it. So I said, I shouldn't even need anything. My case should make sense after they read the notes. So they dropped the case, but They caught me. I had $1,200 $1,273 on me. They sued me for half of that, bro.
What?
I promise you, I have the paperwork at the house. They sued me for half of that.
Going back to my...
Why did I get sued for?
They want the money back.
Why did I get sued for?
They want the money back.
How is that not illegal?
Florida.
Why did I get sued? I did not do anything. You guys arrested me. That's why you dropped the charges. Why did I get sued?
It is Florida.
Exactly.
It is Florida. That's the problem, and that's a vague law that they have in Florida. And that's the problem with these laws. They're too vague, and they're very hard to interpret. Mm-hmm. Very hard to interpret. That is the problem. Going back to my shit, the officer that slammed me to the ground.
They sent me a check for the other half, though.
I bet they did.
It's fucked up, right?
It fucked up.
I still got that check, too. I got everything from that case.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
I can sit down with
you. Oh, that's good. At least you got that. Mm-hmm. I didn't get shit. Bro, we found out that officer that slammed me to the ground, handcuffed me mad tight. I was looking online. Officer Michael Favorite. He's had more than 15... I think it was like 23 complaints. 23 complaints of excessive force, police brutality. Apparently, we found out that there was a YouTube video, and it was on the news that there was this kid riding his bike on the sidewalk, and he slammed him into the ground. Not only that, guess what? His dad was the police chief for OPD, right? The chief of police. He retired. They fired him because he was illegally following a suspect, air quotes, and then they rehired him again.
Correct me if
come on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. From the time... I can't say that because I don't know the history of when this first started. But I would say, honestly, going as far back as when the police academies probably started, it was never fair. It was always more like a mob, of a organized gang.
Yeah!
It never was...
Cocaine Cowboys. Cocaine Cowboys is a perfect example. Mm-hmm. Perfect example. In that documentary, in Cocaine Cowboys 1 and 2, did you know that... You watched it? Remember how they said that there was this one police academy, there was a year in the police academy where either everyone in that graduating class is either dead or in prison?
For a reason.
Like,
corrupt.
They got to change the laws too, in a sense, because you can't have this blue curtain that they have. They can't have that. They really can't. They really can't.
They're supposed to, because it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, but it's not.
It's not.
And we just need to put spotlight on that and.
There needs to be the same way they put spotlight in Hollywood with the Harvey Weinstein and everything like that.
It's not just about that though, because it's multiple police stations.
It's multiple. Correct.
It's a gang across America. It's a system. It's a gang across America. It's a mafia. Prosecutors,
they get. Did you know prosecutors? They have a conviction rate, and the higher the conviction rate, the better they are apparently at their job.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what type of system is that? I thought it was supposed to be, what is it? Innocent until proven guilty. It's not like that, son. And then if you go to trial, this is how much you're able to get: 20, 15, 10 years. Oh, if you do a guilty plea, we'll drop it down to 1 year.
This is why when people are in the streets and they're doing big money moves, they have specific lawyers they know to go to. Mm-hmm.
Correct. You need money, and the problem is money. Money runs the world in the United States.
When you go to a DA's office, you could probably walk in there and ask a lawyer, because they're walking around, who is the most respected lawyer in here? Stuff that's so corrupt, bro.
Everything, man.
I mean, yes, we have justice served sometimes, and that's the great part. But the bad part is, sometimes, bro, you just need money to win, whether you wrong or right. And I think we just need to focus on right is right, wrong is wrong. I just don't know if that can ever happen.
Yeah, I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem. Your phone's on that side.
Yeah. I don't know if that ever can happen, man.
It can. I have hope. I have hope someone's willing to step up. what they did with Colin Kaepernick was messed up.
But that's a huge change, because I don't think it can happen, bro. And that's just being real, because it's the evil people. It's always gonna be evil people.
So you're saying you don't have hope?
The good people is not always gonna. No, it's not about not having hope. It's not about.
You're saying
I have hope that it will be things. I have hope that things will change. Laws will be made to make it more comfortable. But man,
I don't know, man.
People walk around with masks on, man. You never know who they are.
No, yeah, you gotta get to know them. It's tough. It's a weird moment in history.
Can't even trust the uniform, you know.
You can't, dude.
So there's a lot of devils behind the uniform.
Oh my god, I used to have so much respect. I used to be like, hey, how you doing?
I tried
and talk to cops.
I literally tried to like be on that side of, man, don't be like fuck the police, bro. Some of them really trying to do their job.
Yo, for real.
It come to a point where, okay, maybe police should be police, and the people that's trying to do their job should be called something else. Literally, a different uniform too.
Nah, I
literally, bro.
I still think. Nah, I don't trust the cops. Like, I don't trust the chief. If you have, like, until they fire this officer Michael Favor from OPD, you can't tell me that whole system is not corrupt. Yo, even the girl cop, she was like, yeah, this is kind of like messed up. Just like she was telling my girl about how do I say it? Like, she was telling my girl how, like, yeah, this is messed up. Like, yo, you know what it is? Like, that's... Yo, and that dude was arguing and yelling at us and trying to intimidate us. And I was like, oh, bro, if I wasn't in handcuffs right now and you didn't have a gun and a badge, I would fuck you up. Bro. I said it. I said it. And the only reason why I said it, there is racism here. You can't doubt it. And
when I was younger, I was on the street, right, in Riverview, Florida. It was right. What is the name of that neighborhood? All right, so if you know, it's on Providence and Bloomingdale, right behind that Publix. I forgot the name of that area. It's right by the cemetery. Mm-hmm. I was walking there, bro. I was walking on the street, and she said, "Nigga, get off my street." She had a rebel flag hanging, and I just kept laughing at her because I wasn't worried about it. I really wasn't. Like when I was younger, I used to watch UP Newton. I used to feel like I was ready for anything. But that's just sad, though. It's sad.
No, it
didn't make me get off the street, but yeah, just saying, nigga, get off my street. Like, just even going through that, it's like, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I've been called a spick before. I've been called a spick before. I've been called sand nigger. Mm-hmm. Been called a sand nigger before.
That's tough.
With the ER, not the ER, nigger. Sand nigger. That's what I've been called, and I'm Spanish. Yeah. I've been called a spick. I've been called I've actually been called a nigga too. Mm-hmm. Like nigger. Yeah. Yo. And then there was one time in high school, we got stopped by St. Cloud, in St. Cloud, in the 90s, the KKK used to reign there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they still do, because it's mad diverse in St. Cloud. I got stopped over there, but I was in the back seat. The only thing that saved me, deadass, the only thing that saved me is the girl that was driving, her sister was in the passenger side. Her sister dated the police chief's son. That's the only thing that saved me. They were like, why is this nigger in here? Bro, that's when I was like...
What year were you born?
I was born in 92.
See, I was born in 97. Nothing changed.
Nothing has changed, man. The Rodney King riots, and they all got acquitted, like...
Isn't it lady that confessed about Emmett Till free?
I don't know what happened, but
she's not in jail though. She should be in jail.
No, she died. She lied.
She lied, but she didn't die. She's still living. She just
she?
Well, she might have died now. I don't know.
I don't know if she died.
I just know she told the truth before she died. When she told the truth, she shouldn't have died in jail.
You're right. She said it. She did admit it. She said, "Yeah, that wasn't the kid."
She didn't say that on her last words. Like she was.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but she did tell the truth, saying that he didn't say nothing. Like
she shouldn't have immediately been arrested, bro.
Immediately, like immediately.
If I was responsible for killing somebody, and I said it, 80 years, you know what I'm saying, 50 years later, I feel like they'll immediately arrest my ass because a murder case is never closed. It could be dismissed for momentarily, but it's never
statute of limitations.
It's never stamped where it's over.
Yeah, there's no statute of limitations.
Proof comes up where you're the one, you're supposed to be arrested, bro.
Yeah,
that just shows you America.
That's statute of limitations. Like, it's crazy. And my thing is if you had like the same thing like going back to Garvis, the officer that killed George Floyd. Mm-hmm. If you're going back to them, if you had enough evidence to fire that person right then and there that same day, how did you not have enough evidence to arrest him? That's my thing. That's where it doesn't make any sense.
Why we don't get the grace period to go to jail?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, dude, if it was 4 dudes and we killed somebody or one person killed somebody, everyone there is charged with accessory to murder.
When I got, you know, it's fucked up. When I got arrested in St. Lucie, like I said, I had $1,273 on me. I had that because I just got in the car, cashed my check. I was on the way to the post office before I fell asleep in the car. So all that money was from my paycheck. It showed
and they'll take it away. They'll take it away.
And the thing was,
they'll take it away.
They didn't let me bond myself out.
Nope. You can't bond yourself out. No, you can't even try to like.
They said I couldn't use my money because I had that money and I had my debit card on me because it's in my wallet.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? They said you can't use this money because this money is for evidence.
Yeah, that and that's the problem. That is like you can't have a certain amount of cash even if you have $10,000.
You can't have anything over $9,999 on your person. If you do, you have to show proof of it.
Where they come from.
Yep. If you have $10,000 on you, they can take it.
They can take it.
For no reason. They don't
even have to arrest you.
$1 less, they're not supposed to, but they still can take it.
They don't even have to arrest you. They could just take it. Mm-hmm. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, and then you got to come to the police station and show your proof or whatever.
Oh my goodness. Like, that's not right. And then if you do go with proof, it
takes time. Now you wasting time.
You're just wasting time. You could have gone to work, or you had plans or something. That's the one thing I don't like, man. It's like, yo, the system is not fair, and it's only fair to one side, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the same thing with the Jeffrey Epstein situation. Jeffrey Epstein, how many times is the prosecutor, we're not going to follow this. We're not going to do this. The victims, they went to the FBI. Then they went to the local police. Then they went to other police stations. And still nothing? Like, that's not right. That is not right at all.
It's not, bro.
Like, it really is not. It doesn't make any sense.
And we do this to our own people.
Look at that.
If you want to go international with this, think about...
Yo, this has gone all over the world. They were protesting in England. They protested in Germany. And you want to know something else? In Puerto Rico, they've been protesting. There's a picture of they're protesting in the Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. Do you know how crazy that is? And you're gonna tell me nothing's changed? Nothing's gonna change? Like, something should come out of this. Like, something. Check it out. Check it out. Breaking news. The state of Minnesota has filed civil rights charge against the Minneapolis Police Department. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Is it?
It's insane. It's insane. It is insane. The way this is going...
The only thing we could do is, like I say, fuck the police department because that's already corrupt. Mm-hmm. Don't try to fix something that's corrupt. That's like trying to make somebody. You gotta look at it as a group. If that group is disloyal, why try to make it loyal? You know, that's why I said honestly. If you want change, I think it has to be recreated the right way. can't be the police department no more. And that's not saying change the name. That's saying a new group of people that's supposed to protect us is supposed to form.
The way the founding fathers made the United States.
They're not here. Fuck them.
Hold on, because they had a philosophy saying that there needs to be checks and balances with governments and government entities. That's why the legislative branch checks the executive and the judicial branch. The judicial branch checks. No. It's changed. It's changed.
I'm not even going to say it changed because this was not built on a fair foundation. I feel like.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm not going to say fuck the founding fathers. I'm not trying to be ignorant. What I mean by that is it's just so much contradiction, bro. I'm not trying to go back in time. I'm trying to live for now and the future. You know what I'm saying? So I know what was built from the history has always been corrupt. So I know something new is needed to be formed.
But this is what I mean, though. All right, when the founding fathers, when we went against the British, right? When we declared our independence, those protests and those riots, you know, they were how can we explain it? They were organized. What did they do? They didn't burn down people's houses and everything like that. They didn't burn down people's businesses. What did they do? They went straight to the source. They went to where the British people were living at. They went to where the British people were, the British military, where they hung out. And that's what they attacked. That's the way we have to start looking at it. We have the numbers. Just because they have riot gear, they have batons, tasers, and tear gas, we have the numbers. That's why I get mad when I see police officers and you see like 50 people, 60 people recording, and then police officers are beating other people. No, drop your goddamn fucking cameras and help that person that was protesting next to you. Yeah. Fuck the police. Like that's the one thing where, like, if we was protesting and there's 50 people behind us, I'd be like, yo, jump in here, man. Yeah. Like, this ain't right. Like, beat his ass up. He's the one inciting this.
And that you remember I told you, Smithtown Law Group, Dallas, Texas, how their doors and windows were broken and shop was messed up. That same street, man, it was a dude outside his shop just saying, like, on some, y'all not gonna touch this one. They stumped that man. He in the hospital right now. I wish I knew the name of his business. But yeah, they stumped him.
Nah, man, that's wrong. That's fucked up. That's messed up. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, like, that's why I say, if we're looking at an anarchist perspective, I don't believe in anarchy. But the problem is, you need anarchy to destroy a system that is so corrupt and so strong. You need anarchy in moments like this. Violence. Enough is enough. Like, I'm at the point where enough is enough. Like, how many more people are going to die in the hands of police? Like, how many more people are going to die? Like, this is not right. This is not right. You're here to protect and serve. Protect the community. You guys don't protect the community. You're supposed to protect and serve the community, not the police department, not your fellow officer who's doing wrong.
Right.
That whole did you know, like, I took Intro to Criminal Justice back when I was in college. You know that they actually have something called, they call it the blue curtain. The blue curtain is, they say it's not true, but it's facts, where because you're how do I say it? Now that you have a badge, you have to protect your own. That's a gang. Like you said, that's a mob. That's a gang. That's just, and it's bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is one of the most stupid and most bullshit philosophies or ways of going about things that is so wrong. I hate bureaucracy. That's the reason why, like, yo, how can you, like, bureaucracy is in place for people who do not work but know how to be nice with other people, and they're the ones that get moved up, but the people who actually doing the work and not afraid of people's feelings because they know the shit they need to do and to get done. That's why I love Travis, man. I love Travis because he's like, yo, you get shit done. Not only that, you problem solve. You ain't about this bureaucratic bullshit. You know how operations work, and like, that's why, it's like, And people like that get thrown to the wayside because they're not good with people, because they're too straightforward and blunt. That's why I just... I don't know. There's just a lot of things in the air right now. So many things in the air right now. It's just figuring out which there's so many paths, so many ways to go, so many things happening that could derail it. You just gotta know how to calm it down. If that makes any sense.
Sad, bro. The world we live in. It could change.
It can change.
It just needs to be more attention on, hey, let's create something new. Don't try to make something that's corrupt. Man, it's too much power in there already. Have something else. Make something reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like, why try to make something that is so fucked up right when you could create something new?
You can create something new. Because that's the way, and they've done it. Whenever the government has done it. The government has always done, all right, we're going to create this, and there's going to be a transitional period. So essentially, while this is being demolished, let's just put it demolished, something else is being built up. And it just goes like that. And it's a process. It's phases. Like phase 1, phase 2 of this COVID. Yeah. Same thing. Phase 1, all right, got to get all these bad apples, get them out, let's start. Retraining, training is one of the best. Like, it's training. Like, how many times do we get trained here? How is it possible that we train all the time, but nowhere else trains? How many times have you done your DOKs? DOKs.
Every day when I was with Fred.
Oh my goodness. DOKs, guys, if you want to know, DOKs is basically knowledge of procedures, and they ask us questions because we have to know how to. We have to memorize these questions, and safety rules, because our job is very risky in the sense of our safety. So like, we literally have to learn safety rules and policies and how to do certain procedures.
Lifting and lowering, how to load a hazmat.
Oh, everything.
You know, stuff like that.
And we have to memorize it. How is it possible that police officers don't get that type of training? Like, I'm a package handler, and we get trained on that all the time.
They get the training, but like I say, I just strongly believe that's a gang already. So, I mean,
it just is what it is.
All right, let's think about this, right? When you make a movie, like what movie is that?
What's a good movie?
Denzel Washington.
Training Day,
right?
Bro, hold on.
No.
Before you get to your part, how do you forget Training Day? One of the best movies of all time.
I was trying to picture the words in my head.
It's okay. You're 97, baby. I get it.
Training Day, man, that's one of my favorite movies. I just forgot it momentarily.
I'll never forget Training Day.
That shows you, bro. When people go into the police academy, they have a dream of being this great cop, but it's corrupt, and it's either gonna fall into the corruption and be a part of the gang, or you're not accepted.
Even though Ethan Hawke,
nobody gonna have your back.
He was the protagonist, exactly. No one had his back. Yeah, he still made it out alive and everything like that. Obviously, the bad guy, Denzel Washington. Yeah, I get it. One of the greatest movies ever. But that ending, I doubt it happens. Usually, Ethan Hawke would have been dead. In real life, Ethan Hawke would be the one dead.
But that right there shows you, like, going into the police academy, facing corruptness, you know what I'm saying? Then from there, making a decision. And a lot of times, man, people got families to take care of, and they just be a part of it.
Yo, for real.
A lot of times. But yeah, man, the Florida basement, man, we make sure y'all leave comments and tell us how y'all feel about, you know, the big points we made in this discussion. Cause I feel like today we really had a great discussion, bro.
Yeah, it's good. I wish it was longer. We have places to be, ladies to take care of, you know, so they're most likely worrying about us. Cause I know I've gotten messages and I know you've gotten phone calls. So
man, I had
we gotta have them on the podcast. I had
to say, hey, I can't talk in text. Ladies, please let your man do his job, please.
It's a new times, man. I don't even know how to handle that shit anymore, bro. I really don't. Like, there's no ways. No way.
No phone.
No, for real. But we gotta have him on the podcast. Jelly Lips is down for that. Jelly Lips is definitely down for that.
Roberta Lee is definitely ready for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, we ready, but we gotta figure it out because we gotta figure out how we gotta do it because it's gonna have to be in sections because. The way this works, it only does an hour. You're only allowed to do 60 minutes.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, it works because it's just stop and start over again, and then it just does another segment.
Right.
So only segments. So we could go as long as possible.
Visuals coming soon, you guys. Right now we're gonna be behind the scenes.
No, just a little bit. If rioting and looting happens where we're at, then most likely I'll try to see if I could take some cameras. Maybe no. Allegedly.
We're gonna do it. And we're gonna do it the right way.
For real.
Right now I'm just studying on different information that I wanna go out there with and talk about. You know, I'm not going out there without a goal.
Yeah, no, I just want to have conversations.
I'm not gonna be one of them. I'm gonna actually make people think if I go out there.
Yeah,
when I go out there.
That's the point. Making people think, just different ideas, just having a conversation. Whether it's about bullshit, whether it's about like we did anime reviews. I think it was not sucked, but it was just funny because it was like Attack on Titan, this person, Blue's Clues,
You know what's sad though?
What?
I don't have my conceal yet, and please get your concealed as soon as you turn 21.
Everyone.
Because I'm about to go out here without being able to carry a gun on my hip. This is completely stupid. Unless you're surrounded by soldiers with guns on their hip, it's stupid. Okay, when the Black Panthers marched, they had the right to bear arms. They were within their laws, and the person that spoke may not have had a gun. Like it was Thomas Huey did not have a gun.
And you want to know why they stopped that? Is because the Black Panthers actually walked in a courtroom with guns.
They walked in the courtroom with guns. They walked in the. I believe the White House with guns.
Yeah.
To grab the media's attention. It was Huey P. Newton's and Bobby Seale plan. They said, we're going to go in here. They grabbed their attention, and when they grabbed their attention, they spreaded the message, and they left.
And they left. I think everyone should have the right to bear arms. Due to religious purposes on me, I can't as much as I want to. But I think if you want to make change and want to change laws, everyone,
you have to
flood the system.
If you
flood the system, shit changes. You got to be smart. Like this, no guns. All these American whites that don't want the Second Amendment to be abolished, have every minority who's legally able to buy and purchase a gun with a background check, do it. Flood the system and watch how stuff changes. Again, if you hit it where it hurts, watch how things change. That's why I said if you're gonna riot and loot, I would say riot and loot on not people's businesses, not people's homes, not people's cars. Do it where essentially the anger's pointed at, which is the police and the departments. But I'm not trying to incite violence here. But hey,
we just want people to be specific.
We just want people to be specific and organize and plan and execute.
Exactly.
Go ahead and send out. Go ahead if you want to put out any of your social media out there.
Yeah, let's just do it here. Instagram at B2M_TDOWNS. That's B2M_TDOWNS.
T Downs. And then Florida Basement. All right, my Instagram is Florida Basement, the Florida Basement, and my Twitter is the Florida Base 1. All right, and see you soon for the next episode. Yeah, let's try to see if we could get the girls.
Let's get them in here. Roberta Lee.
Oh my god!
Let's get them.
This is gonna be crazy conversations now. Should we go outlandish or not?
How we gonna do it?
I don't know. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure out the time. All right, guys, have a good one.